I only have one more question, and I'm going to shoot my shot here. I would love to take 9 to 12 minutes of your time to talk to you about NFTs.
Very smart what you just did right there.
On comic books.
I'm in for 9 minutes in January.
So first, Gary, I just want to say thank you so much for your time today. I know you're a very busy man. I'm super pumped to get to talk to you about comic books and NFTs and kind of where you see those two things colliding. Real quick, before we get into that, I just want to say thank you again because, I've been doing this for a year as of Saturday, full-time, owning a business, making content. And to think that in a year, I get to talk to a real life superhero such as yourself, absolutely mind-blowing for me. So thank you so much.
You're very nice.
We're kind of seeing a rise in indie comic books, creator-owned properties, things like that. They're having a bit of a renaissance. And I just want to know where you see that kind of colliding with NFTs and smart technology and smart contract technology.
I believe that NFTs are the biggest medium to new character creation since 1980s after school television.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, given the way you asked that question, I believe one of the greatest platforms for character creation of all time is comic books.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to tell people, but like Batman was a comic book.
Yeah.
Superman was a comic book,
Yeah.
And so it's fun because I believe the next Batman, the next Superman, and then taking it to other formats, the next Transformers, those were cartoons made to sell toys.
Yeah.
And then we had card games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, that became a platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe NFTs will create the most significant new IP that we've seen in a very long time. That Bored Ape, Cool Cats, World of Women,
Mm-hmm.
VeeFriends, who knows which ones, but 15 to 25 of these properties, 50 will come out of this era and become popular culture in 20, 30 years. How do I see it? I see it as NFTs is the greatest thing that ever happened to independent comic creators. Here's why. The likelihood of being an independent comic right now,
Mm-hmm.
printing a book and creating Spider-Man is impossible.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it since Spawn, right?
Yeah.
And
Since the
we
90s.
right. And I think we can agree that Spawn's unbelievable, but let there be no confusion. Spawn is not Batman, Superman.
No,
Pokemon,
no, he is
right?
not. Yeah.
So we haven't seen it because the format's not big enough to do it. In the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, you had almost every kid reading a comic book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thus giving Spider-Man, He-Man, Shazam, Fantastic Four, X-Men a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Today that happens in video games. Fortnite can become Spider-Man if Super Mario, for example, is much bigger than Spawn.
Yeah. Definitely.
So the medium, Joel, matters. Mm-hmm. The medium of just a comic book isn't big enough anymore to create that big of a character. I believe that NFTs will be a big enough medium and a lucrative enough medium. And I think if you're an independent comic book person, I think you launch an NFT first
Mm-hmm.
and then make the book.
Would you say for like a collector getting into it, should they focus more? You kind of mentioned the blockchain technology. Should they focus on learning about the technology and like how that could be applied to the assets? Or should they, kind of follow their gut? I know comic books. I don't know technology as well. So I'm following, I know this comic book character is popular. Which would you say is kind of?
I think they matter because I think both matter.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you understand Ethereum or Cardano or Immutable or Magic, like if you don't understand what people are going to want, you're dead.
Yeah.
At the same token, for me with VB, and other digital infrastructures, getting that business development deal with the right blockchains fucking matters.
Yeah, definitely. Who is your favorite comic book character? It could be a superhero, non-superhero, team.
It's Batman.
Batman.
I'll tell you why. I learned how to speak English by watching the old 60s Batman.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo, Price is Right,
Mm-hmm.
and Batman were the shows I watched. And a little bit of Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, with Bill Bixby, yeah.
But Batman is my number one.
That's awesome. Funny
and
connection there.
And the 89 Batman film came out.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, there was the Superman movies in the early 80s.
Yeah.
And they were big, but 89 Batman really is what I would say the precursor to what we're living today.
Definitely.
It hit so big culturally.
That's awesome.
That it put everybody on notice that superhero movies were a real thing.